ABC 17 News at 5 on KMIZ starts now.
Columbia Public School officials will soon rely on voters to help the district adapt to a growing student population. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lucas Geisler.
And I'm Lindsay Burning. Columbia Public Schools officials estimate they've added more than 2,000 students in the past 15 years. Now, to keep up with the growth, next Tuesday's ballot will feature 2 issues that could allow the district to build another school and maintain funding for other district needs. And
ABC 17's Sarah Massler-Donar is live at Gentry Middle School, which would benefit the most from these issues should they pass. Sarah, voters are looking at a $30 million no-tax increase bond, as well as a 65-cent tax levy increase.
Exactly, Lucas, and it's a little bit confusing on the language. So to be short and simple, the bond is to build. So it would let the school district take on new debt in order to buy land or design a new middle school for some of these new students. And then it would also allow for those students at Gentry to kind of do away with these trailers behind me, and they'll get an expansion here at Gentry so they wouldn't have to worry about having to learn in a trailer as opposed to a classroom. And then that levy is operations. So you'd essentially be paying more tax to operate that new school, as well as help increase teacher salary, as well as get some help for those student needs as well. Tax increases are not often a voter's favorite ballot issue, but Columbia Public Schools officials argue if you're going to increase taxes, why not to benefit public schools?
Your public schools are a hub or a foundation for the kind of learning and greater success for our citizens in the future.
The pitch is this. Voters look at a 65-cent property tax increase that'll go hand in hand with a $30 million no-tax increase bond. The bond is to build middle school expansions and land purchase to better keep up with student growth.
Because we used to manage growth through trailers. We want to be #1 in something, but trailers is not what we want to be #1 in.
And then a levy to operate that.
If we got what the state said they were going to give us, if the federal government gave us what they said they should be giving us, we wouldn't be asking the local community for a cent.
The 65 cents in the levy are broken down like this. 31 cents to increase salaries for teachers so the district doesn't lose good educators and have to spend so much money to retrain them. 30 cents to operate a new middle school that would be paid for with the bond issue, and 4 cents for student needs. It's a big ask, but CPS officials say it's the best plan to manage constant student growth.
65 cents could be considered a high number, right? But they didn't want us to come 20 cents, 15 cents, 20 cents over the next few years. You get fatigued. So what we're saying is, here's what we need. This is what we would spend it on. And they said, okay. And then don't come back for a while. And so our plan is not to come back.
And that was Superintendent Dr. Peter Stiepelman. And he, as well as Michelle Baumstark with Columbia Public Schools, tell me that if the vote on Tuesday doesn't go the way the district expects, and if they don't get these voted through, they will be able to manage for another year or so. But then they're going to have to start having difficult conversations about what to cut. Back in 2008, they did a lot of massive cuts to the budget. So next year, if this doesn't pass, they're going to have to figure out what to cut. Reporting live here in Columbia, Sarah Massler-Donar, ABC 17 News.
Thanks, Sarah. The tax levy needs a simple majority to pass, and the bond issue requires a 57% to pass. You can find complete election coverage of all the issues at stake in mid-Missouri on our website. Just go to abc17news.com. Then under the News tab, click on Your Voice, Your Vote 2016.